Members of the jury, have you heard that Sean Puff Daddy Combs has been indicted by a federal grand jury? You've probably heard a lot about the charges relating to conspiracy and sex trafficking, but what's the difference between a grand jury and a petit jury? My name is Will Snowden. This is the Juror Project. We promote diverse juries and trying to improve people's perspective of jury duty. A grand jury's main purpose is to decide whether or not the prosecution has put forward evidence to sustain an indictment. Typically in a federal grand jury, there are 16 to 23 jurors, and only 12 of them have to vote in approval of that indictment. Now, a grand jury can meet over the course of many months, and typically they'll meet once a week, and the prosecutor will come into the grand jury room, they'll have a witness testify, they'll answer some questions, and basically the prosecutor is presenting their case at a very preliminary level to the grand jury to say that there's sufficient evidence to charge somebody with a crime. In the matter of Sean Combs, there were jurors from the Southern District of New York who sat and listened to evidence presented by the prosecutor and ultimately voted for what they call a true bill. If the grand jury does not believe there's sufficient information and evidence to support the charges, they will vote in a way that's called a no true bill, meaning bill of indictment. There's two ways people can be charged in our country. One is called a bill of indictment. The other is called a bill of information. It's only a bill of indictment that has to be secured via a grand jury. So what does a petit jury do? They are ultimately the jurors who are sitting throughout the trial and are ultimately asked with the question of voting guilty or not guilty. My question for you is, have you ever served on a grand jury? If so, let me know in the comments.